Hello guys, welcome back to the TattsForLife channel, and today we are playing Within. I had no idea what this game is about. It's free on Steam. You can get it on Steam if you ain't played it before and you actually like the gameplay. And what I read about it is pretty much it's got several different endings and one good ending and several ones, and it's pretty short, so this should make an interesting video. So let's give it a shot. As you can see, we got save, load, save, and whatnot, and auto. Vanity, 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 vanity. The chants of the fans echoed through the door in front of me. One of my two bodyguards wrapped his hand around the doorknob. Please prepare yourself, Miss Vanity. Once I open this door, we head straight for a limo. Must be famous. The guard had no reason to fret. I had long since grown used to these crowds. Still, I nodded to put him at ease. After taking a deep breath, he pushed the door open. Wow, good graphics too. A crowd of hundreds raised their cameras as soon as I stepped out. My guards waved their arms to shoo them away. The red carpet was for me to walk on. After all, I blew a kiss for these starstruck pheasants. Pheasants. Yeah. Miss Vanity, please, let's hurry, my bodyguard said. Too bad for him. I strutted along like a model on a catwalk. A group of reporters managed to roam through the crowd. They now tiptoed over my guard in hopes of scoring that exclusive. Vanity, how does it feel to have won another Choreographer of the Year award? Choreographer? Something like that. A reporter asked me. Before I could answer, another dozen people shouted over, hoping for my attention. Vanity, may I get a photo with you? Can you sign some autographs for my kids? And two for me, of course. Ah, I can't believe this. I'm standing this close to Vanity. My fans stamped the dirty shoes all over the red carpet. Finally, my bodyguards pulled out the pepper spray and kept the fans in check. A young male reached in my direction despite having a spray aimed at his face. Whether a mild for abnormal for a peasant. I'm having trouble with that word. I extended my hand for the male fan to kiss. Unfortunately for him, he fainted at the sight of my perfectly polished nails. I reached my limousine at last. My bodyguard opened the door for me as I climbed in. My towering fan snapped as many photos as he could. Trailing fans. Bear with me on this. Miss Vanity, the crowd chanted as my car window pulled up. How odd. They never referred to me as Miss. Oh, my graceful presence must have been too much for their sanity, these poor things. Miss Vanity. Oh. Yeah, let's look. Oh. Well, I had fun while it lasted. At least I got to ride in the limousine for a good 30 seconds in real life. My only registered vehicle was, well, my 10-year-old bicycle. My apartment had no space for a car anyway. Actually, the single room was cracked walls. Might be an insult to the world apartment. Pull up those curtains for a spectacular $1 view featuring a sewage pipe and a wall tainted with yellow. Just open the window if you wish to smell the sewage as well. Breathtaking experience. Look, even got green mold growing beside the window. By the way, sorry, I need to take back the room thing. This place actually had two rooms, thank you very much. The second room happened to be a toilet. That still counted, right? The toilet clogged 3 times a month, so be careful. Miss Vanity, a woman's voice echoed from the outside. She was no fan, but rather my laundry lady. I glanced over at the clock. 6 a.m. Waiting another hour or two would have been nice. She probably just wanted to tell me another went. Wise. Nothing good ever came of that woman's mouth. I would be better off staying in bed. Rise and shine, stay in bed. I just stay in bed. I snuggled back into my blanket. The wanted lady could knock all she wanted, but my focus was on my dreams. I had no time for common folk matters. A week later, turned out the laundry lady was chasing me for my rent. By the time I realized she had already evicted me, now I live on the streets with nothing but my choreographs. The past few nights have been freezing cold. I ran out of the tissues to wipe my runny nose with. To make things worse, I could feel my head heating up for an uncommon fever. Might I interest you in buying one of my works? I got 2 for a deal today. Bad end. You're joking. I dare they. Gimme. Let me get back. Yep. We rise and shine now. We fixed that. Coming as I changed into something more appropriate. The landlady still kept knocking. I said, I was coming, did I? Miss Vanity, the landlady said, I must ask, what's with the hair? It looked like you just woke up. That's because I did. It's a waste for a young lady's life to wait on fruit away the youth. The landlady shook her head. She had no right to preach at me. I wanted to have her to but decide against it. I doing so would give her an excuse to lecture me further. With her side, if I enraged her, she would crush me. Miss Vanity, your rent was due 3 days ago. Oh well, at least there was no rent increase. Sorry, madam, my next paycheck will come after tonight's shift, so I'll pay you first thing tomorrow morning. The landlady grunted. Alright, just know that if it keeps up, you have to find somewhere else to live. She spun around to leave. Once she disappeared behind the corridor, I kicked my door shut, causing a piece of my cracked wall to fall. Great, the landlady would make me pay for that next month. And once I became an accomplished choreographer, she would beg for my chance to shine in my shoe. Hey, I sounded a bit ranty before, but that was never my intention. And what if famous people had humble beginnings? I would follow the footsteps, but first I need to put into work. Oh, we got further this time. And so I returned to the busiest street in the area where a choreograph spread before me. I sat once I consecrated to reset back against the fence. These cars kept expelling fumes that made me choke. The name of the art. As always, no one afforded me anything more than a passing glance. This will, and my will soon dwindle, let me be honest. Dwindle. I'm just gonna reread that whole sentence. As always, no one afforded me anything more than a passing glance. And my will soon dwindled. Let me be honest. I never expected to be showered with praise. What was that old saying? 10% of people who you reach out will buy your work. I could live with that. Even just 1%. I wanted to scream at these people. They had no idea how much sweat I poured into these choreographs. Preserve. Went. Preserve. I decided to keep these dispersions to myself. People often said patience will be rewarded. I wondered if my patience would become worthwhile. Just as I thought, this man passed and looked at my clothes. He had a bucket of fried chicken in his hand. As the man eyed one of my works, I felt my cheeks heating up with anticipation. At last, someone who spared more than a moment. This must be my reward. I summoned the courage to speak with the man. He spoke first. You charging for these? I managed a tardy nod, and the man snorted. I would never hang these on my wall, even if you gave them to me for free. Seriously, this is the most shameless display I ever seen. Trolls online were one thing. Confronting one in real life was a rarity. Judging from the man's scrawny arms, I bet I could overpower him with ease. But just how big of a blunder would he have made? Attack. Restrain yourself. Folks always said to ignore trolls. I clenched my teeth and stayed put. After chuckling in my face, the man shrugged off. Determined to prove me wrong, I continued. Another 1,000 people walked spouting the lingo. As I packed my things, I insisted I was leaving because my part-time job started an hour. Deep inside, I knew the other man's word had rocked my confidence. Giving up on choreograph with me, I had wasted all this time over nothing. Yet, if I lacked the gift, whatever that word is, might make things worse. Tears welled in my eyes, and I clenched my fists to hold them back. Speaking of tears, I heard a kid crying with the crowd. Looked like he had lost a child on hands. We had a lost child on hands. Some pedestrians shot him glances, but none of them more. These really horrible people cheered my... These really were horrible people. Cheer myself up, I told myself I'd never want my choreographs to be owned by people like that. I should help the kid, but that will mean being late for my job. must help the kid. If I judge the others for abandoning their child, then did the same myself, I would be a jerk. And hypothetically, with a sigh, I walked up to the boy. Dada, it'll be okay. Did you lose your mommy? The boy was sobbing the hard end. I leaned in to stroke his back with one hand and his head with the other. Let me know if you lost your mommy. I hope you found her. The kid managed to nod at last, and I whispered, good boy, into his ear. What's your mommy's name, Hungry? Her name is Hungry, the boy's tummy growled, and I realized he meant, oh well, how about I buy you a sandwich? The kid shook his head. Ice cream is more of a dessert, actually. Smart kid. I want ice cream. And so ice cream it was. One for him and none for me. The money came from out of my pocket. Of course, my poor wallet. At least the kid could have eaten the whole thing. Jesse, the boy said, the mommy's name. Jesse, I called as the strobe on the street. Enough to make me blush. In fact, maybe I should try shouting Jesse at random the next time. The sky turned orange as the time ticked by. Yes, I knew my shift started half an hour ago. Stop, remind me. A woman screeched through the crowd, scurried toward us. She ran past the railroad, nearly getting hit by a truck. Mommy, the boy shook free of my hold. A muttering apology to her son, the woman gazed toward me. Oh, thank you so much. Your help. You're wonderful. The torrent of praises cured my lips into a stupid grin. Anyone would have done the same thing. Please, if there's anything I can do in turn, just let me know, the mother said. Actually, there's something I need your help with. Which way back to the train station? Okay. The sky had gone dark by the time I arrived at work. I opened the restaurant door, grinding to avoid making any noise. Stale smoke switched on. They called Ninja Vanity. Miss Vanity, the voice of my boss. Sorry I'm late. I wanted to explain, but most boss glared me down and my tongue swirled out a bunch of syllables. My explanation was in some well, but probably maybe. I received an earful from my boss, but at least I got to keep my job. Several colleagues shot me frowns. In the end, I took all the blame without complaint. Well, at the point, I locked myself in a toilet and screamed into the bowl. I also might not have fantasized about dunking my workmate's head into the toilet. At least I earned the paycheck I needed to keep my landlady quiet for another month. As for the months after that, we would have to see. All I wanted was to pursue my art, but Willie kept pursuing me towards finding a second job. On my way home, I spotted a banner for an upcoming visual novel named Princess Ellie. The game had long been hyped on every forum I knew. Amazing art along with a cast of famous voice actors. For Princess Ellie to have an ad this big, there must be a lot of money put behind the project. The way this banner hung high gave me the sense it was extra important. Spotlights strewn on the princess' face. Yes, that was what I really needed. If I had a banner like that, no doubt people would line up to buy my calligraphy. I could really imagine how folks would react as I walked on the street. Hey, I think that was Ventry. Wow, no way. You mean that famous calligraph I seen on those banners? She must be really good. Maybe we should ask for her autograph. Major would then step in and speak on my behalf. How much for an autograph? Shut up and take my money. Classic. Classic, people. Classic. My agent nodded in response. Autographs are available for $100. Wow, that's steep. That would be $100, thanks. The game shop owner said Princess Area cost twice what I had participated. If I bought the game, I would have too little left for rent. I opened my wallet hoping it might have more cash on hand, and I realized it turned out it had less. I hung my head and the shopkeeper sighed. He arched brows pursued me into buying the game. I did ride 3 trains to get here, might as well pick something up. I told the shopkeeper how much money I had, and he shook his head. The store owner pulled out a different game from under his table. He brushed away the dust on it so I could keep the cover. Sunflower War, some visual novel about the battlefield. Copyright 1997, the bottom read, no wonder it was cheap. Art by Invertermouse, whoever the heck that was. The front cover would fit perfectly in a kindergarten classroom. I flipped the case to see what highlighted on the back. The game supported up to 60, 40, 48 resolution. Troy, a principal of technology. The shopkeeper, was that grimaced? He must have sense what I wanted to say no. He still made my palms stain with sweat, and I ended up buying the game. Dealing with folks like that had always been a weakness of mine. Remind me never to visit the store again. Anyway, we got the game. With heavy strides, I returned to my apartment. Zero calligraphy sales, wait for work, and we went topped off by blowing cash on some game I had no interest in. All we wanted to play was Princess Ariel. Forcing myself to suffer anything else would be upset me for so let's just play it. I did spend money on the Sunfelt because you can't judge a book by its cover, so we might as well play the game. You can get an idea of the cover, but sometimes, it's... Might as well give it a go. The day left me pretty drained, so the relic of the game would do a good job putting me free. I pushed on my laptop and started this, which I partied hope would fail to load from old age. Too bad. Worked just fine. No doubt I got a lot of people were loving Princess Ariel right now. Meanwhile, here I was enjoying this 60, 40, 48 godsend. No voice acting either. These illustrators looked like they were done by a child. I would be bit off, closing my eyes. The grass reached up to her knees as I read along. I painted an image of the scene in my head. The plants rustled. We pushed every few steps, feeling this might be snakes hiding among the bushes. Somehow we managed to survive the evening. The sun surged, and beyond the horizon outlining the earth with an orange glow. Far away the blue sky emerged and vanquished the darkness that had haunted us. As light bathed the soul, I found myself in a field of sunflowers. I had imagined this place to look far more terrifying, but anxiety had merely been playing tricks on me. I drew a breath of savor of the morning fragrance, and the distant birds chirped. I could see it, not only, but touch it, hear it, too, smell it, an experience crafted by my imagination. The imagine rivaled the strokes of an artist, and it belonged to me alone. This fulfillment inspired me to think of things further. The blast of gunfire, little kitchen pot, defended us and drove us behind the wall. A bullet whistled past the tip of my helmet. Sam had passed this helmet onto me with a dying breath. I would carry on a legacy. The desert heat pinched for it out from every pore. I desperately wanted to empty this water bottle down with my throat, but with no help in sight. I must convey every drop, conserve every drop. Joe's eyes closed, this time never to reopen. Despite a promise to survive together, only I managed to live. How I wished I could take her place. I finished reading The Sunflower War right as the clock struck 3 a.m. How so many people had missed the classic left me dumbfounded. Actually, that would be a lie, as I too have every intention of tossing the game aside. I kept demanding excitement without offering an ounce of passion in return. If I played my part, I might have been able to discover so much more. As Sunflower War credits rolled, I realized just how small the development group was. The team probably knew they stood no chance against the bigger studios, yet they still did their best with dated technology to deliver a vision they believe in. The happiness they felt when working on this project poured out in every line in the game. I could gaze right into their hearts. Mommy, Daddy, Vanity, what is this doing? Look, it's my calligraph. Honey, it's calligraphy. Let's call it art. But that's great. I think you have a lot of talent. Hee hee. This is so much fun. I'm going to become... I have forgotten the last time I found joy in calligraphy. Every stroke of these days felt like a grocery chore. All I obsessed over was how much or how little people paid attention to my efforts. My work no longer possessed heart, and it failed to be noticed. Time to do something about that. I could hardly wait to start. After all, I chose a path I loved. The next day I ventured outside with a new set of art. True, I made no sales thus far. I still find myself beaming. That might explain why some people smile back. Perhaps it was some weather. But I thought everyone was warmer today. Mommy, there she is, the ice cream lady. A boy dragged his mother in my direction. It was that kind lady I helped yesterday. Honey, the lady has a name. It's Lude. What's her name then? Oh my, sorry, what is it? It's Vanity. That's what we're calling her. The mother flapped her boy on the back. See, her name is Miss Vanity. Mommy, can we buy one of these doodles from the ice cream lady? Doodle must be another word for top of the line art. No other explanation could restrain me from shaking the brain out of this boy. My name was nowhere inside the little brain anyway. The mother checked her wallet and her face scrudged up the way mine often did. All good, madam. I knew how it felt to be living on the edge. The edge of being homeless. Please, 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 the boy nagged. It showed why I would never have kids. The mother relented at last and bought one of my looks. Guess the boy wanted to repay my kindness. I gave his hair a ruffle and that stinks. After flashing his missing tooth with a grin, he pulled his mother back into the crowd. Well, at least I scored better. And no man scored towards me. Wow, I was on the road now with heart on my side. My fame and fortune had arrived. Hey, it's you again, a man said. Oh, the man with the chicken. I calmed my thoughts to avoid causing a scene. Maybe the guy came to apologize. Even a creep like him must know how rude it is. Man, yes, my aura has been cleansed him of all evil thoughts. Go on, empty your wallet at my wow, these new scribbles are even worse than the ones you bought last time. Yep, that look, like I just look at nothing. Crazy choreograph for dubstep remix with original. Somehow I had turned into an internet celebrity. Top comment, damn snap. Wow, she went full crazy. Tangle mouth. She be like, why you no buy? More like this might be a good time to look for a second job. Wow, that was a pretty decent little game. It was. Actually, it's free on Steam too. It's worth playing. You got a couple endings too. A lot of bad endings. Was that a good ending? I don't know. But I hope you enjoyed this video. And check my channel out for more videos and more content. There are all kinds of content on there. They different videos. They review videos, how-to videos, car videos. Just all kinds of content. If this ain't your thing and you just come through it by accident and got watching it, give my channel a check out. It might be something you enjoy. I upload daily. And hit that subscribe button. And drop a comment. Drop a like. Take care now.